Stressed Teenage Boys. Written by Zara Zeneta. Narrated by Melli Achna. He slouched on his bed, still in the clothes he wore to school, as he played Fortnite with a vigor unique to boys his age, defeating opponent after opponent as if they were threatening him, not his avatar on the game. His headphones relayed the satisfying sound of him defeating the enemy and coming out victorious. But who were the enemies he faced? His phone rang. He turned it face down, knowing it'd be his best friend. As if he'd ever fit into Sam's picture-perfect life. The minute he'd pick up the phone, his mother would shout at him, telling him to do his homework. He'd be embarrassed when Sam would hear his humiliation. Sam, whose grades were as perfect as his house, his cat, he wasn't allowed pets, and his gym workouts. There. He could hear his mother's footsteps approaching. Everyone thought he was useless anyway. Why should it matter? But it did matter. Sam had no one bugging him. His house would be quiet and peaceful. All Andrew wanted was some isolation and peace. He turned up the volume on his headphones and kept playing. 200 miles away, Sam looked at his phone and sighed in disappointment. No answer again. Of course, why would Andrew answer him anyway? The minute he went home, his family would welcome him. Who, with 2 siblings and a stable family, would have time for friends at home? He'd hoped that when Andrew picked up the phone, he'd be able to hear snippets of a normal family. A mother who cared about how he spent his time. A sister who'd tease him. He looked around his huge, empty room and wished he could have something more to fill it with than the echoes of his voice. He sighed and tried calling Andrew again. Sam and Andrew are normal teenage boys facing their own challenges. With their hormonal changes amplifying the problems they face, you can imagine that life isn't easy for them. From getting good grades to maintaining perfectly muscular bodies, trying to balance their school identities with those at home, their social media shelves with their real selves, not knowing which is which. Always trying to make peace between who they are and who they want people to think they are as they conceal their mental and emotional distress to make sure they aren't the uncool, bullied people who are pathetic at sports or not real men who would never get noticed in class. They are always comparing and being compared, trying to prove themselves and hide their weaknesses. Always worrying about the future.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?